Generic greetings and welcome to Preview plus Rymdkapsel. This is a bit of a weird one. I picked this game up randomly on the Steam sale. Just no rhyme or reason for it. I just saw it and thought, that looks quite interesting, I'll give it a try. And it is quite interesting. It's very minimalist and very simple to play, but it's got a bit of an edge to it that I just can't quite put my finger on. So I thought I would show you a bit of it, because I think a couple of people may want to give it a go. Anyway, let's go to normal mode, because a new game, and we'll overwrite my save. So, the idea is we're on a space station, but as I said, it's very minimalist design, so you have to sort of put that in your mind's eye. If we zoom in here, we've got our minions. You can see these guys here, these white oblongs. We've got some resources, which happen to be yellow pyramids, blue cubes, and pink squares with a hole in it. We can zoom right out and we can see we've got these monoliths around the outside as well. There you go. You can research them later on. They do different things, so that increases the range of weapons. That one, you know, makes your extractors more efficient, that sort of thing. We've also got these floating clouds, which are our, well, these pink resources and such. You have to mine them, and you can put extractors around them. We've got our build options on the top: corridor, extractor, reactor, gardens, kitchen, weapons, and quarters. We've also got this, like, sort of puzzle piece up here, which is very reminiscent of Tetris-style shapes. And that is the shape that you will build next, whatever you build up here. So if you select a corridor, it's going to make it that shape. Okay, you can't choose the shape. You can change its orientation, but you cannot change the shape. So anyway, we need to start building and survive, basically, because we do get attacked and such. So let us get a corridor out. I'm going to put it, say, there. You have to join it onto another corridor, so we'll shove it. Do I want to put it there? Do I want to put it further along? We'll put it there. There we go, and it's placed. And you can see we now have these two little markers, and that is what's required to actually make it. However, we have not got our minions set to do anything. They're just idle, so we're just going to click and drag them onto the construction option. So there we go, we assign both of them, and then they're going to go pick up resources and then move them to this location. They'll put that one there. Now, one thing about this game, the minions can be a bit stupid. Like, say for example there, you only needed one of them pieces, yet both of them went to pick it up and then went, okay, let's go. And then as soon as one was placed, the other one said, I don't know what to do with that, and then just flung it back into the pile. So sometimes they're a bit dim. Anyway, let's place some more corridors. I always find it's probably best to place corridors very early on, so I think we'll put them like that. And maybe like that. There we go, there's some corridors. There we go, and hopefully they're not going to place it in the same location. Yes, they are. So that one placed it there, that goes, oh, I don't know where to place it, so he moves over there. If my biggest criticism, I'm just going to point it out now, is that's yeah, a bit, some of it, they're a bit dim at times. Anyway, so we've got a bit more corridor to place. I'm going to place it probably there, something like that. I'm just, you know, placing corridors so we can, you know, expand out to different areas, because we need to start, you know, harvesting these. As you can see, we've got our next shape here, which is a square, and I think I'm going to use an extractor. Now, extractors have to be placed on a corridor. All of these buildings have to be placed adjacent to a corridor, but this one also has to be placed adjacent to a field, and I'm going to place it there. So there we go. You can see that they actually lay down. Once they've got nothing else to do, they will just lay down on the floor or whatever room that they happen to be in. So you have to be very careful of that. You have to make sure that they're not just going to go, I can't be bothered, and just slump down. And you can move them around when you get different buildings, but obviously I've only really got one building at the moment, this thing here. So I've only got one option. So they're going to pick some of these resources up. They're going to move around. I think I'll plan my next move, which will probably be another corridor. Do I want another corridor? No, I don't think I need that. I think I need a reactor. So let's put a reactor there, I think. Yeah, we'll put it there. Now, obviously, you have to manage where you're placing your items, and you don't want to be too inefficient, because obviously you can see it does take quite a bit of time for your minions to move around. So you have to be quite careful on, you know, how you sort of place things. I haven't played a great amount of the game. I've played maybe 2.5 hours, I think, something like that. And I think I've got 2 full games in that time. I got to wave 26, 27, because you will get attacked. There's this bar down the bottom, which currently isn't, you know, just clear, but it will start going red. And when it gets to the top, you will get attacked by gribblies, horrible space gribblies. And obviously you will, you know, be able to take them out if you have weapons, which is one of these things here. But obviously we don't want to place that just yet. So anyway, they're just going to build this reactor room. And I'm doing that because I am running out of these reactor cubes. I don't know what they're actually called. Doesn't it actually name it? No, it doesn't. It's just a shape. But as I said, minimalist. The whole thing is minimalist, so I can appreciate that. Anyway, let's put some more corridor in, and I think we'll put it there. There we go. Now, as you can see, we now got an engineering option. I'm going to assign a construction guy to engineering. Also got a problem. We've got the bar moving up. So let's go to weapons, and we're going to place some weapons in this place. We need to place them. Actually, I don't want that. I want that as a corridor. I'll put that corridor there, and the next one can be weapons, which will go probably there, I think. There we go. So, as you can see, it's moving up. What I really need to do now is speed up quickly to get this weapon sorted, because if we don't get that done, I might lose the game here. Like I say, you will get attacked and such, and it's problematic. Oh yeah, you can see I put this guy in the engineering. Now, the engineering section will make these cubes automatically. It's not just going to leave it. It's not just going to dump them and just stop making it. However, if you assign someone to the engineering, it will build it quicker. As you can see, we've got this thing mining away. You can't assign anyone to that like harvesting area, this extractor. It's just automatic. However, the reactor doesn't need to be next to anything, but you can assign someone. If you don't assign someone, like I say, it will build, but just not at a great speed. Anyway, we need to place probably another extractor, and I think something like that would be perfectly suited. Look at that. That's perfect. But we're going to cancel it because I don't want to. I want them to focus on building the defensive area, the weapons system. So they're almost done for the pink resource, or they are done for the pink resource. They've got one more blue cube and probably two more of the yellow pyramids, which they're moving now. Like I said, it's extremely minimalist, but there's something about it that just works. I don't know. I mean, originally this was a mobile game, which is something that I generally avoid because in my experience, most mobile ports just tend to be, I don't know, they just don't seem to transfer over to PC very well. And it's, I don't know, there's just something about them that just doesn't seem to go right sometimes, but I thought I'd, you know, just check this one out, and it seems to work. Like I say, it does seem to work. Anyway, so as you can see, we're still trying to build some stuff. I've got this set on building, and eventually we're going to get a warning. Any second now, we're going to get a bit of a warning to say, basically, right, Gribblies are approaching. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign these people to the defensive area. So 1 and 2. There we go. So they're both set to the defensive area. They're going to run in and they're going to pick up these weapons here. So they're now armed. If they're not armed and they're just in the corridors, then they're pretty much insta-dead. They'll get shot a couple of times and then they'll go. So anyway, we've got a couple of cubes coming towards me here, a couple of Gribblies, and we're going to go blam, 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 blam. And they've been taken out. There we go. Wave 1 done. So we're just going to put these back to construction, and they're going to move out. And as you can see now, that's wave 1 completed of 2 enemies, and the bar's still moving up. And that will slowly speed up over time, so we have to be very careful of that. So anyway, we can see we've got a couple of extractors, we've got a reactor, we've got a defensive room, so we're not doing too bad, but we do need a garden. Now the garden will allow us to actually get food, so I'm going to put the garden there. And I also need to have a kitchen, because a kitchen will allow us to turn that food into some useful resource. So I think I'll put that there. There we go. Ideally, it would be right next to it, but I think I've put it there because it fits in quite well. Anyway, I think what I'll do, I'll start heading towards one of these. That's minions move faster, that's extractors more efficient. I think we're closer to that, but I don't know. Is that a good idea? We'll move. You know, I think we'll go towards the monolith of being more efficient on the extractor, because it means we don't have to worry about it too much. What I also need is some quarters, because at the moment I've only got these 2 minions roaming around, so I need to, you know, get a couple more, and the way you do that is by building quarters and then put food in the quarters. Every 2 food you put in, this stuff here, I'm calling that food, this triangle-y stuff, you will get some a minion out of it. You can have 2 minions per quarters you have, and obviously if they die, the minions die, then you can use the quarters to sort of get them back. Anyway. Just waiting for this thing to build. This is that's the kitchen first, yes. For whatever reason, they decided that the kitchen was worth building first. Again, I don't know why they would do that, because obviously that requires this resource, so you would think that they would build that first. You don't have direct control over these people, or over these things. They just do whatever they think is right, which is, you know, I like that in games, but only if it works well. And this works well enough, but it can, like I said earlier, be a bit dim. It can sometimes just go, oh, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to bother. In fact, we might have a problem here. I might not have enough of these to actually get that built. And if that's the case, then we might have already failed the game. Garden needs 1. We do have 1. We actually have a couple more, I think. Yeah, garden requires 1. So we're okay. We are just on the money with that one, so we're fine. So anyway, there's a garden now. I'm going to assign someone to the food service. So, oh, we can't yet. Well, because currently just there's no food there. That's very similar to this in that it will slowly create these food blocks. But them food blocks can't be just eaten raw. It's actually some sludge, some like sludge paste when you mouse up, I believe when you click on it. Yeah, grows sludge that needs processing before eating. Reactor harnesses the power of the sun to produce energy, extracts materials from the particle fields, yeah. Anyway, so that's a couple of things built. We're going to assign someone to the food service and someone to the engineering section. I'm not going to mess around too much because, as you can see, this is going up, and any second now we're going to get the warning to say, oh, by the way, you're going to get attacked again, so we just need to make sure that we're not going to overdo it. Anyway, I think I will get... And do I want to put an extractor there? I really don't. I really don't want it there. Maybe a quarters if I put some quarters down. Put some quarters there, I think. Yeah. Put it there. There we go. Some quarters are there. Oh, there we go. Going to get attacked. So I'm just going to put them all to our defensive area. And they're going to go, oh, quick. Drop what you're doing. Run. Run towards the defensive area. This blue area. And we'll sort that out. If I click weapons, hang on, you can see we now got to have like an area around this thing. That shows us like our defensive area, and you can't build weapons inside there. I'm not too sure why. I'm not too sure why that's a decision that was made, but you know, it's just a thing. It's just part of the game. You can't build in that defensive area. You can build outside of it. I'm guessing it's because you would then get weapon overlap and look a bit crazy. Right, here's our main enemies. Last time we had just some cubes attacking us, but now we have these sort of streamy things, which are a bit nasty. They are a bit nasty. But, yeah, let's get a food service up. So we'll start creating food. But yes, we've got these streamy things which will attack you. Like I said, they will attack you. No problem at all. No problem at all. They will just, you know, come and start shooting you. If you're not inside here, you will pretty much be instantaneously vaporized. However, even when you are in there, you can still get overrun. And later levels, you will get that. But one of the things I like about minimalistic games in general is that the mechanics really have to be solid in order for the game to really be any good, because you're not relying on the graphics, you're not really relying on the sound or anything like that, although the music is quite nice. The thing that they're relying on is really the gameplay, and if that doesn't hold up, then there's nothing else left. So I like this sort of minimalistic. I like the way it works because it's very, very simple, but also you know it's probably hard to master. Like, you can't really, if you build inefficiently, you're gonna mess it up. You're just not going to. It's going to be so, like, you know, everything's going to be so far away that the minions are going to take so long getting there, and it's just going to be a massive pain for them. And you're just not going to get anywhere. So you really have to focus on, you know, them. You know, you really have to focus on the building and them. You know, work with what you've got basically. Anyway, how are these building? They're doing that all right. Yeah, they're doing that all right. Just wait for them to pick that one up. Come on, plump it in there. Don't know how many that takes. That's a quarter, so it takes 4 reactor resource, 6 of this extractor resource, and 4 food, we'll call it. And once that is finished, we should be able to get some more minions. We're just about halfway on this defensive area here. Looks like we're going to need 1 more food, which they're probably going to pick that one up there. Again, don't know why that... Look, like that. That's what I mean, look. That guy going in there. AI can be really, really, really dim, which does let it down. It really does. But anyway, let's see what they're doing. That guy's going to go in there to do what? Again, to pick up a resource that wasn't needed again. Yeah, see, you know, sometimes they are wasted. It's things like that are wasted, sadly. Anyway, that guy's gonna, again, look, he went to pick up food, but it was already used. He's like seeming to be working behind that guy. He's picked up that, and I don't think he's gonna need it either. I think he's gonna just pretty much drop it. Yeah, he dropped it. So that guy was pretty much useless. Anyway, we're gonna assign someone to the food service, and we're gonna assign someone to engineering. Hopefully it's not that guy, because I don't think he knows what he's doing, and I don't want him in a reactor room. Probably blow the whole station to pieces. Anyway, I've got this guy on food service because you can see we've got these like slightly different coloured panels now. I'm going to put these resources, the food resources, on them panels. We're going to get some more people. However, I've just thought off, that's probably a bad plan because I've only got 1 weapons area, and that means that if they attack us, we don't have anywhere to put the other minions. So we're probably best, you know, building some more corridor or something. Let's build some more corridor up, like that maybe. There we go. And keep building this like so. And I really want a corridor going down there. And, oh, there we go. I want weapons there, I think. Yeah, that's much better. Right, everyone to defense. There we go. And then get inside the defensive area. Yes, if I had placed another one of them there, the minion that would come out would have had nowhere to go. And would just end up going, well, I'll just sort of lie on the floor and get shot, or just wander around and get shot. You know, basically a lot of shooting would happen. So, not great. Anyway, we're going to get attacked again. Looks like we've got 2 enemies this time. One coming from up there, and one coming from, from the left there as well. So it's going to try and shoot me. I'm going to blast them back. And there they go. They've just disappeared. This one coming in as well. And blatter them. Nice. There we go. And we'll put them back on construction. Actually, no. 1 on food service, 1 on construction. The game is, I don't know whether you call it long or short. I mean, you know, I've played, I think, is one of the objectives to, yeah, one of the objectives is to research all monoliths in less than 45 minutes. Now, 45 minutes is, you know, quite, that's, I don't know how difficult that really is. I've never managed it, but that's not really saying anything. But I think the last couple of games I've had are about 70 minutes long. So, you know, it does last quite a long time each level because, you know, these guys are quite slow. If they weren't so dim, we'll probably speed up, to be honest with you. Anyway, looks like we're moving people around. Once we get 1 more food, which will basically, as soon as that guy puts that in the kitchen, it'll make the food, and then we can put that in there, and then everything will be all good. Come on, keep going. There we go. That's creating that sort of weird half green pyramid into food, and then it goes to yellow. There you go. Now you can eat the pyramid. Mmm, tasty. Tasty. I don't know what, maybe some cheese of some kind? I don't know why I would have a pyramid of cheese. Actually, that sounds great, pyramid of cheese. Not round, it's rubbish. Anyway, I'm going to take this bit of cheese to there, and then we will get a minion. There you go, there he is. And now we've got 1 idle, so I'm going to put him on construction, I think. There we go. So he's gone on construction now, because we've got a lot of things to build. We've got this defensive area to make. If actually not, we'll put him on food service, because as you can see, we need food for that. So, yes. We have that to make. Where's he taking that? Oh, they're putting it in there. I would rather you build the defensive area, to be honest with you. But again, you can't actually control the things. So, yes, we're going to get more minions. We're going to build this area. We've got that room to make. We've got that room to make. All that sort of thing. You can get rid of the buildings. You can't get rid of the corridors, but you can get rid of them by clicking on them and then disassembling them. But something that you pretty much only want to do if you either need to get past, or whether, when this happens, you can see that this is where we had our resources. That's no longer there. That's actually ran out. So what we'll have to do is wait. Well, can we cancel that now? We should be able to disassemble that. Yeah. So we disassemble that. We'll get 75% of the resources back, and also the resources were there went in our storeroom. So that's okay. Oh, we've also got another guy as well. So we're going to put him on construction. There we go. And once we've got that sorted, we should be able to get over to this monolith, because I want to show you that. So let's just get a corridor in. We're going to get the corridor going to like there maybe. I also want another extractor in the place. I think I want to put it, I need like a T section for the extractor there. But what about there? Can I put it there? Not very efficiently, I can't. That'll have to do. We'll put it there. And we've got a straight piece, which is perfect for my needs. No, it's not. It's actually too long. Alright. I guess we could, what else? What are we really missing? We could get another set of quarters. Get some quarters in here. Yeah, let's get some more quarters in. We'll also get an extractor we could put up there. No, I need a T section, which is coming next. So I think maybe corridor? Don't know, what could be used for this section? That's something that I wasn't really too fussed on. I am still not really sold on this whole, oh, hang on, well, let's just assign everybody to defense. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really sold on this whole, your parts that you use are, they're not randomly, I don't know if they're randomly generated off, there's a pattern, but basically you can't choose the size or shape of your panels. I'm not really sold on it. I can sort of understand why, because it adds a little bit of a challenge and you have to think about things, but I don't know, I'm not too sure. I'm not sold on it anyway. I'm not sold on it. Right, so we're going to get attacked by these things. We've got, what, 3 of them, was it? 1, 2, and I think there's another one somewhere. One's gone. I think that might be the last one, actually. There might only be 2. So we'll see what happens, and there we go. They're now taken out. Yeah, easy. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to place a reactor there. Right, everybody now goes on construction. Yeah, everybody on construction, dive out, start building all of the things that I want. I've got a corridor section that I need, so I'm going to put that, actually, I want an extractor there. I also want a corridor section. That's not the right part. I need to, how am I going to do this? That piece I had would work fine. I'm going to have to be really inefficient about this just to get this in, and I can't... Oh, there we go. Not very efficient, that at all, is it? But, you know, whatever, it's done. Like I say, if the parts... You know, if I had the parts differently, then I could, you know, change it. But the problem with it is that because you can't change your parts, because you can't change this, like, the shape of what you're going to get, it forces you to then either just put up with the fact that it's going to be inefficient, or move over to, say, put the part there, right? Like a straight piece. But the problem with that is that the minions aren't really, like say, smart enough to figure out what you want built first. There doesn't seem to be any order, rhyme or reason. I mean, I originally thought it was sequential, so it would build in order that I placed it, but I'm not too sure. I don't think it is. I think they just they might do that at first, but then they will just, once they run out of a certain type of resource, go and start doing other things. So yeah, a bit weird. Also, when you move people around on the bottom section from the different services, you would think that the minions that are either in travel or currently doing nothing would be assigned, but sometimes it seems that ones that are actually carrying stuff get assigned to that as well. So again, it's just a bit weird. That's the biggest criticism I have really with it. Anyway, we're just waiting for them to build these extra extractors. As you can see, we've got, what, that one almost built, I guess. No, that's about a third of the way there. But I really want to get this done so I can show you the monolith. But basically, I can't explain it without showing you it. You can see there's like 3 little wands there, and what happens is when you open that monolith area up, you get another box similar to what we've got here, which is research, and you can assign people to that, the minions to that, and they will do research, up to 3 per monolith. And they will start to research, and that little bar there, that slowly moves up, and when it gets to the top, a little light will shine and such, and it basically means it's researched, and you get whatever it says up the top right here, so it makes your extractors more efficient, that one. That one makes your minions move faster. I'm tied between that one and that one. I don't know which is better. Move faster or extractors, because obviously you do run out of these particle fields here. You do run out quite quick, especially the first one. It really runs out pretty much instantaneously. Anyway, we need to get do we need more weapons? Yeah, we do need more weapons, so I'm going to place a defensive system, I think. There, we'll place weapons there, because obviously we're going to get another minion any second now, which is problematic because, let me just take that guy off food service, because otherwise we'll build him and he won't be able to do anything. Right, let's put all these guys on defense. We've got 4 minions. Do I want to put them on defense? I'll put them back on construction for the time being. They might have a little bit of time to run around and place things. Can they do that? I think it's going to be too late. No, we're just going to have to put them back. Move them to defense. Quickly drop what you're doing. Get to your defensive areas. There we go. So that guy's armed, that guy's armed, these 2 are armed. There we go, and we're going to get attacked. So this is wave, what, 5? Something like that, I think. Let's see what happens. Yeah, wave 5, yeah, 3 enemies this time. So we got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Oh, that one's charging in, look at the speed of that. And he's shooting away at me. You can see we're getting little blobs, basically saying that we are getting shot. There we go. These guys can die inside the defensive area, especially if they get overwhelmed. There we go, there's that sorted. And we'll put these guys back on to things like food service and construction and that sort of thing. I think I'll leave it there. I don't really need to show you any more. Like I say, it's a very simple game, so it doesn't take much explanation. I've probably over-explained the entire thing, which is a trait of, well, just one of my traits, so I apologise for that if I have. But I hope you get the idea. Like I say, it's very simple. It's, I think it's alright. It's not a bad game. Like I say, I've sunk a couple of hours into it, and I'll probably put maybe a couple more. And it's probably worth the price that you pay. I think I paid less than, I think it's like I think I paid a couple of pounds, so it's like, what, $3, $4, something like that. And like I say, it was on sale when I got it, and I'd happily, you know, I had no qualms about that. Don't know about when it was full price. Not too sure how much that is. Probably double what I paid, but I don't know. It really depends if you like the style of the game. I think it's going to come down to that. If you like the way it looks, then, you know, that's probably either going to put you right off or make you think, oh, it looks quite interesting. Like I say, the gameplay is simple but fairly solid in most places. However, I do really have issue with the way the minions act sometimes, just the way the AI can sometimes be very, very dim, to the point where you, like we saw earlier when they were trying to build the one room around here, where one person was pretty much surplus to requirements, just following the other around, trying to do what they do. You know, it can get a little bit frustrating at times and stuff, but, you know, it's weird, it's different, it's alright. It's alright, I can't really say any, you know, more than that. I mean, I think you're going to love or hate it, really. You know, if you like it, then you can check the link out in the description below, and you can, you know, have a look and all that. And if you don't want to do that, then, you know, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to. Live your own life, you know. Do what you want. Do what you want. Thank you very much for watching, and generic partings.